Hi, sorry, I was live before. Then the worst happened. Anyway, not the worst. It's just that I didn't see it coming. My baby was pooing while I was carrying her because um lately she was having these nappy rashes. Okay, so most times as I'm at home in the morning after her bath, when she finished having her bath, I wear her pampers, but once she gets up, probably getting towards the day, sort of, okay, most times she will end up pulling on it, kids pulling on it. So she has already pulled in the morning, so I had to just change her, clean her up, and then I just applied the cream for the rashes. Okay. Then I decided not to wear her pampers for the meantime till evening. But definitely she do wear pampers while we are sleeping, okay, because of the bed. So she won't pull or wee on. So it now happened that just few minutes ago I just came live. I didn't know she was pooing while I was, talking. So I just had to cut it. There's no way I'll be talking and cleaning up my child. I mean to say, it's not proper. I just needed to give her a proper attention. That's why I ended it. So yeah, but I'm back again. All these things is just part of what I'm about to talk about. Okay, you guys might be wondering, Mama, you can't get your ball. You guys might be wondering um what brought about this topic. Like, lots of things brought about this topic. Obviously, I'm a mom, and on this channel I talk about motherhood, my personal lifestyle, then generally vlogging. Okay, I also talk about usefulness, but I just flow at it as it goes. Okay, anyone that just comes up, then I put out. Okay, and then of course parenting. Basically, I'm a mom, I'm married, I have kids. So all these things is just revolving around me, my family, and the rest, okay? And then life and its experience in general, okay? Nothing far from each other. We are just still rotating within the same circle, okay? Or should I say within the same niche, even though we have different subtitles. But anyways, that's it for the introduction. My name is Juliet. If today is your first time coming across this channel, where have you been? We've been waiting for you for a very long time. Nice meeting you. You can do well to hit the subscribe button and become part of this great big family, because we've been missing you all this while. And yeah, to my returning viewers and subscribers, thank you so much for sticking by. Thank you so much for your support so far. And we are still progressing in terms of moving forward. So yeah, guys, just don't forget I went to attend to my baby. That's why I left. Okay, it was so urgent. Okay, it was more like an emergency. So now coming over to our title, or should I say our topic for this vlog, for this video: how do you put up with kids drama? A lot of people don't know that kids act up dramas. Yes, if I should place it in that term, they act up dramas because by the special grace of God, I'm now a mother of two kids, and I've actually been taking my time to study them. With my toddler initially, I thought I just had someone that acts up once in a while. But with this current baby, which is my baby number two, I got to find out that it's normal with children. It's normal with kids. Okay? Like, generally, kids act up. And the earlier you find out, Mama, what is it? I say hello. So the earlier you find out, Mama, what is it now? You're not saying hello. I say you should say hello to friends. You're not saying hello. So guys, sorry about the distraction. The earlier you find out what your younger ones or your kids as in the area where they act up, the better for you. That alone can help you know how to handle them. Because I mean, when I mean handling them, so that you won't mistake reality for drama. Because I know that most times when you realize that your child or your kids are acting up, most times even when they are now serious, we just tend not to give them attention as a result of, you just see that is their normal behavior. Yes. Okay, for instance, now I'll start by using an instance, of course, with my kids. My toddler is a kind of person that she loves you giving her, she won't give you kind of person. Okay, you give me, but I will not give you mine. When it was just only her, I thought maybe with time that it's just a child that is just alone, no sibling yet, as of when I just had only her. And hopefully I was just like hoping that when she has a sibling that she will change a little bit. Okay, then when I now gave birth to this second baby, that was when I realized that no, this is not just acting up, this is reality. This is more like, should I call it a lifestyle, of which I'm not in support with. Okay, of which if I had known she was not acting up, then I would have probably started working towards it. Because most times it is now more like I'm forcing her, even though I don't really force her all the time. I also tend to take my time to just look for a way to convince her, look for a way to create a scenario to make her, with coming down to her level of reasoning, looking for one thing or the other to just make her understand that Chimdi, to just make her understand that it's good to share. Okay, for instance, thank God for must I always open my body here every time I'm online here? Chidima, I will beat you. Okay, for instance, now thank God for cocoa melon. Okay, there's some, it's good to always play all these educative cartoons for your kids. Yeah, because for me to say thank God for cocoa melon, okay, I'll explain myself. There is this particular song they used to sing in cocoa melon. They said, can't you share? Can't you share? Sharing makes us all happy. Won't you share? And all that, blah 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 blah. Okay, if you have a kid and your kid loves cocoa melon, you understand what I'm saying. That particular song, most times if she acts that way, indirectly I'll just be like, can't you share? Can't you share? Can't I just try to kind of like sing the song for her because she knows the song. Okay, that's for that particular scenario has actually helped me a little bit, kind of like in correcting her. Okay, I wouldn't lie, like that cocoa melon has just been a perfect cartoon for her, because my kids are somewhat smart and they learn even while looking. They just kind of like got that trait from me a little. I learn, even if it's a craft something, I can easily learn by looking at you, even without practicing it, of which when I'm now alone, I can just practice it. So she's always, IQ'd on the television. And most times, even I and my husband with her, it's more like we are struggling on which channel should we put. Immediately we on television, she'll be like, cartoon. So most times we just put it for her. Some other time we'll just be like, no, you've watched a lot. Like, we've just left the television for you. Let us also watch ours as well. You guess. So that can't you share Cocomelon song actually helped me in that aspect of her not being able to share, of her not being able to give her younger sister. Whenever she act up that way, I'll be like, can't you share? But you watch Coco Melon, you watch cartoon that sings, and you also sing it. Can't you share? Now you don't want to share with your sister. I don't know if anybody's getting me. Okay. Then moving over to another point, which is um uh greeting. Okay. Greeting that differs in so many ways. We have greeting, just normal morning greeting, afternoon greeting, evening greeting. They are still kids, and it's from that tender age that you teach them. There are some kids that on a normal that they will just see an adult, they will just look you and pass. Some are just acting up. Probably, maybe if they see you as not a good person, or you're a bad person, or probably maybe something must have happened between either you as in any of their family member with your own family member, and it's more like probably maybe they were used to greet you before, then all of a sudden they don't greet you. They'll just imagine a kid just looking at you and passing by. That's one, I call it acting. But on the other hand, when it now has to do with real life, um that particular kid, you don't have any misunderstanding with his or her family relations or members, but then it's more like a habit, or the way he or she was brought up, sort of. When I mean brought up is, you see a child will just see you as an elderly person, looked at you, finish looking at you from head to toe, and just pass by without saying good afternoon auntie, good afternoon brother, or good afternoon ma, or good afternoon sir. Okay. In that scenario, you just have to, I believe, you just have to call back that kid and address him or her properly. Don't you know, if you see elderly people, you greet them. At least it shows a sign of respect, and that yes, that you are properly brought up. Okay. That they gave you a good home training. So that is it for this one. Then another one is yeah, okay, more like during the fun time when we play. I observe that sometimes if it happened that I'm playing with my second baby, my toddler will just start doing like is like, you will not see tears. Oh, just for you to come and play with her. And funny enough, if you ask her, she will be like, you should leave her younger sister and come and play with her. You see where the level of her intellect is. So at that moment, I'll be like, why are you doing Can't you play with your kid's sister? And there are some kids that naturally they are jealous, and when it happens that they are exhibiting that jealousy towards their own sibling, it's left for we, their parents and guardians, to kind of like call their attention into it. There are lots of things that we as parents and guardians, we tend to neglect a lot with regards to our kids, and most times, like, it affects them. And when it affects them, they grow up with it, of which that's when, as they are growing, maybe they come in contact with another person, altogether entirely different person, that does not know their background or where they are coming from. And when they exhibit one or two of those attitudes or behavior, that's when you now see the person attributing them with the term that they were not properly home trained. Okay, their parents did not do a good job. Their parents did not give them a proper home training. They did not bring them up well. And with that kind of comment, it does not really say well of either the parents or the guardians of that particular kid, I mean to say. Yes, guys, kids act up. Kids act up. And the earlier you realize or detect or observe that particular scenario or that particular drama your own child puts up most times or on rare occasions, the better for you, so that you won't generalize every of his or her reactions that don't mind him or her, that that's the way they do. Because if you generalize it, you find out that it affects them, number one, and number two, in the end of everything, they'll just see that my mommy or my daddy is not giving me attention. They don't love me. Okay, they just look forward to those they love. That's the ones they give attention. And just imagine a child growing with the mindset that, oh, my mommy does not love me, or oh, my daddy does not love me. It's only my siblings that they love. It's only my younger siblings that they love, that they are giving attention. I mean, it's not really encouraging, and it can actually affect that particular child for the rest of his or her life. Yes, I need to say for the rest of his or her life. So for some days, I wouldn't say some days, because it became so obvious when I had this my baby, or should I say when my baby clocked 1 year old, the level of her intellect is no longer as the same as just a baby. I believe that the way she reasons right now is much more way different from the way she used to reason before. Okay, so even there are sometimes that on this our center table here in my living room, the what will I call it? The locker be the opening. There is a locker built attached to the table. So most times she goes there to open. I mean, my second baby, this small baby. Most times she goes there, she opens it, every single thing that is inside that locker, she ends up throwing it out. And it happened that particular, whenever she starts doing that particular thing, I just indirectly give that duty to my toddler to kind of like be picking those things and be putting it back. And once she's done putting it back, I just ask her to close the place and make sure the younger sister does not open it again. Most times she gets tired, so most times she wants to beat her. I'll be like, no, don't beat her. Okay, all these things is not easy, guys. But what am I trying to put out from this particular explanation is that this my second baby, even while she's going to that locker to open the table drawer, once she reaches down, either me or my husband screams, or my toddler, Chimdi, come out from there. She'll ignore you for the first time. Chimdi, come out from there. She'll look at you and still continue. You even shout up to 4 or 5 times. When she now sees that, oh boy, this person is actually serious with this screaming, she'll now be like, eee! Or if eventually I ask my toddler to go and drag her out of the place, just make sure that she brings her out, not wounding her. Anyways, that's when she now start doing as though she was crying. But if you look at the person that is doing you not see any tears in her eyes. And once I cuddle her and tell her it's okay, she just close her mouth. So it's more like it has registered in her head that okay, fine. They actually we are scolding me, but on the other hand, if I do my it saves me a lot of explanation. Yes, it saves me a lot of explanation from being scolded by my mommy or my daddy. And I'm being saved, because when I say I'm being saved, they don't get to beat me much, or they don't get to scold me when I'm already acting up like that kind of cry that you doesn't see tears that children exhibit, children displays. And most times it's annoying. And my toddler is more like a top notch when it gets to that kind of behavior. Even when I don't beat her, okay, I've screamed, I've shouted stop doing this, stop doing that, excel, change, informer, stop. And most times I also figured out that she like 100% acts up most times whenever my husband is around, because they are like father and daughter relationship. And instead of my husband to scold her, my husband would prefer to be soft with her, okay, for the fact that he loves her and she also loves him. Excuse me, not that she does not love me, but she knows that I won't tolerate anything silly from her. Okay, I mean, she's growing up and she has younger ones coming behind her. So she, for how long will she be doing that kind of thing? It does not really make sense. Okay, and God forbid, if anything should go wrong, they'll say that the mom, if anything should go wrong, they'll say that the mom did not give her a proper home training. Thereby, it is now, backfiring at me as the mother. So I just choose to have observed my family, my marriage, and I observed that my husband has chosen to be soft with our kids. So I mean, two wrong cannot make a right. So whereas he's the cold one, let me be the hot one. And that's how we've been able, by the special grace of God, we've been able to be training them so far for the meantime, unless any other development or changes occurs. So, like I was saying, pardon me about my babies talking and disturbance, okay? So back to what I was saying, my toddler mostly acts up, like most times, whenever my husband is around, because he knows that if she should act up, my daddy will not beat me. Not even that he will not beat me alone, he will support me. He might even kind of like start exchanging words with mommy. I don't know. Not like she loves it, but that kind of scenario and mindset that I'm safe whenever this person is around. I'm safe, nothing wrong will go, as in nothing will go wrong with me, okay, even if I'm wrong. All right, so yeah, kids actually act up, they put up dramas. And even most times that she does that, if my husband should come inside, probably maybe he's not in the living room, I'm the one with the kids in the living room, he will come and say, what happened? Why did you beat her? I'll ask her. I'll tell him, ask her if anybody touched her. And obviously, I did not touch her. Just for the fact that she already have the mindset that if I act up, if I start crying, that will come for my aid. So guys, please, let's take note. But why am I trying to be specific on this is that in a way it's not good. Even as they also act up, even as they also act up, we should also try to stop them from doing that. I'm not saying we should ignore them. We should try to stop them from doing that, because it's not a good way of life. Just imagine when you've suspected that your child used to act up, you figure out that most parents, either mother or father, will just be like, if any single thing should not happen to you, you just be like, leave him or her, that's how she does, and it will just end there. Then God forbid, if something so serious than you could have imagined just sprang up and it's happening to that your child, you still feel reluctant that leave her or leave him. She will soon, or he will soon get over it, that's just the way she behaves. Once in a time she'll just act up, or he'll just act up. Please, you should just take note of all these things. It's very, very important, because most times as she's acting up, even to me as a person, as her guardian, as her parent, it's not really even funny on me. Because most times, if it's those people that suffer from high blood pressure, you must have your BP must have run high. Yes, because when you think of, you've already boiled inside of you, like you feel like, let me beat this child, but then if you end up raising up your hand, the heart to even lay that hand on him or her, you won't see it unless your heart is filled with stone. But I mean, mothers will tell you, unless that mother have just decided that I must surely beat you for this, in most cases, I don't know if I'm the only victim. If I finish vibrating, I will beat you, I will beat you. Once I get to her and raise up my hand like this, I just don't know what seizes my hand. And it hangs there. I don't beat her, I just leave her. But I must have scolded her. Like, when next you do this, I will beat you. But I don't know. I don't know. But do you know the reason why this thing worries me a lot is because I don't know, please, if I'm getting it wrong, then you people should tell me. You people should comment and draw my attention back. I doubt if years back, if kids, when we were kids, if we actually did this kind of thing, because the little I can remember, we don't act up. But these present generations, they can act up, especially when they know that they have, supporter or something that they can actually lean back at, that will support them, that when it has to do with beating them, that person will not lay hand on them. And it's not a good thing. We need to correct them, as well as we also need to also be careful with them. Because the essence of me bringing up this topic is because there are some kids that are already victims. It's not like they do it with any purpose, but for the fact that they have tried it the first time, the second time, the third time, like, it's more like they see it like an avenue to be safe whenever they do something wrong. Most times they tend to continuously put up that kind of attitude just to save themselves. As a child is growing, he or she is kind of like, how will I say, he or she is learning new things. It's not the way the understanding was when he or she was a baby. It's not the same way it will be when the person have grown up to like 5-6 years. There is definitely a great difference. So all these things are very, very important for us to take note of and also be aware of, because I mean, it will save us lots of stress. If it's your I baby, it will save us lots of stress. You want wee wee? Excel, you want wee wee? Now stand up and go and lie down. Your body is hot too. Wake up. Shift inside so you will not fall again. Sorry guys, I want to attend to my toddler that is sleeping. Shift inside so you will not fall again. So guys, I'm just on the talk of how children act up. It's so weird because, and it's also painful to read the guidance, because when they act up that way, we don't even know the step to take. We are just confused on what to do. You are not serious. You are pouring water on the table, on the chair. Chidima, if I beat you, you know yourself. They just continually act up, of which someone like me, I get weakened because I become weak, because even when I say I will beat you, I end up not beating them. Because I mean, for how long will I be beating my child for a particular thing? Worst come to worst, the child will just get used to the beating, and in that avenue, you find out that I asked you to go inside the Excel, shift inside so that you not fall. You find that in that avenue, sorry guys, I'm working and talking. In that avenue, you find out that beating them is not even an option. Yes, constantly beating a child, I doubt, is not the best way. If you don't know what to do to that child, just give the person punishment if he or she has gotten up to the age of a punishment. That's the only way you can, how will I put it? That's the only way you can discipline a child, because constantly beating that child, be it a boy or a girl, they are just hardening the heart of that child. And if they should get used to the beating, you have yourself to blame. If they should get used to that beating, there is nothing, even if you use razor blade to flog them, the only thing you will leave on their body is just scars, that's marks. But trust me, it won't pain them. So at most times, when children are already reacting anti-resistant to beating, or if possible, don't even beat them at all. Okay, it has come back. So if they are used to all these children cartoons that are showing educative stuffs, probably maybe you can just use one of the cartoons, draw their attention back to some certain things. What is it? You can use a particular cartoon and draw their attention back to some certain things, so that they will know why they are reasoning what you said to them. They will use that particular cartoon they have been watching to kind of like do it a comparison, and that's when they'll even understand. That's when it will come to their notice that what is it? What is it? Leave me, Jerry. Leave me. That's when it will come to their notice that true, this cartoon I've been watching is actually what I've been doing, and it's not good. So most times it's good to also engage your young ones with educative entertainment, not just to put cartoon for watching cartoon sake. Even though there are sometimes that you just end up putting that adventured cartoon type of, where they'll just have fun, basically just having fun. But most times it should just be an engaging, educative, enlightening cartoons, if I should advise. Because most times when they start acting up and you use those things they watch to kind of like draw their attention back, that's when they a little bit retrace their footsteps. Okay, for instance, again, like my toddler, there are some certain behaviors that she does. Okay, but before I continue explaining, she used to come to me and say, mommy, hope I'm a fine girl, right? I'm a fine girl, right? Hi Salman, hi. She would be like, mommy, hope I'm a fine girl, right? I said, yes, you're a fine girl. But then there are some certain behaviors that she will just start acting up. I'll be like, you are not doing this thing I asked you not to do. Later you say, mommy, you're a fine girl. Fine girls do this kind of thing? She'll start crying. Like that, they're acting up crying. And most times, Chibi, come here. Don't match Excel. She's sleeping. Come. So most times, if she start crying, I'll be like, why are you crying? You say you're a fine girl. You want me to be calling you a fine girl. But this thing you are doing, are fine girls doing that kind of thing? Is it not dirty girls that do it? She'll start crying. She'll start feeling remorseful within her that, so this thing I'm doing is actually not good. And most times there's this new habit that my toddler started exhibiting that I love so much. Even though I just pray to God that let her not use it to grow and be using it in a negative aspect, because once she does it, I just have to be sincere with you guys, the thing melts my heart. Whenever I tease, Chidinma, if I beat you, you know yourself, why are you matching your sister that is sleeping? Where is my cane? I'll use cane on you now. Come here. Like, sorry about that distraction. Like, if I tease her and kind of like maybe kind of like use one illustration and draw back her attention to what she's doing that is not good, she'll start crying. And once she's crying, she'll be like, she'll come to me, she'll be crying. Hi, Salman, hi. She will be crying and be like, mommy, I'm sorry. Just like that. But I could remember when she was 1 year and getting to 2 years, I'm virtually the one that used to say, to ask her, either forcing her or tell her, Chidima, come here. either forcing her or I'm telling her, oh, I say sorry. But nowadays, it's more like if she does something that is not good, that is not right, and I use one or two things to tease her, and eventually, if she feels hurt and feel remorseful, she'll be like, when she's crying, she'll come to me and say, even if it's me or her dad, she'll just come and say, either mommy, I'm sorry, or daddy, I'm sorry. So like a lot of things I believe that if we can pay more attention to our kids or our younger ones, okay, I just had to use our kids because I'm using my own children, okay. Sorry guys, this girl is not hearing what she's disturbing her elder sister that is sleeping. Where is my cane? Let me see you climb that place again. Let me not use this cane for you. You will not go and sleep. You are disturbing Excel. So most times, guys, please, let's just try and be attentive. Let's just give audience to our younger ones or our kids, okay? I don't have a younger one, okay? So it's my kids that are my younger ones, okay? In as much as I'm their mother. But that's it for children. Like, so many things that sometimes if I just look back when we were little, I'll be like, during our days, such thing does not happen. It does not even exist. But this century children, like the things they do, even most of them just do more than their age. You'll be marveled, and you'll be thinking, how, where, when did all these things come into their head that led them to, act it out, play it out, and you as a person will just be wondering how all those things came about. Sorry, I'm looking at my baby so I should not fall from the chair, from the couch. So guys, that's it. Like, a lot of things to be said, lots and lots of things to be said. Children, do they act up? Do they act drama? Lots of it. That's why I just had to kind of, like, this video is more like a notice, sort of, for us to give proper attention. Move on from there. Give proper attention to our children, because it's very very important. Some people has been a victim of neglect, all because unconsciously it's already part of them that they act up. Then when they are now in serious trouble, their guidance or their parents, sorry dear, tends not to give them the attention they seek. They tend not to give them the attention they require. We still the mindset that that is their usual way of life. That's how they act up, which is not good. It's not recommendable. It's not nice. Okay, even if your child, like 100%, acts up in every single thing, I still believe, I still advise, I still tell you to please give that child attention. You never can tell when it's no longer drama or acting up, because all these things matters to them. All these things, they take note of it too. That even sometimes that my toddler will be acting up, I'll be like, you see, you're not acting up, right? She will even start laughing at me. I thought, you don't know that me, I know that you're acting up. She'll just start laughing at me. That's as in, for me to have even tell her that, do you think I don't know you're acting up? It's just to make her realize that this thing you are doing, I'm aware of it. And then in her mind, she'll not be like, oh, well, my mom is aware of what I'm doing. No. You get, we just through that avenue again, we also get to, start teasing and playing together. Okay, it's one thing that leads to another. Okay, that's even a means and also a way for you to also bond with your child. So it's very very necessary, guys. Please, let's take note. I needed to address this because the ones I've been seeing with my children, most times I'll be like, God, when with all these things and when will it stop? But you find out that I would just say it's just their stage, it's just their level at this point. And I'm hoping and praying that they outgrow it, that the negative ones, they don't get to take it along with them as they are growing up, because it won't really um say nice of me and my husband in terms of their upbringing. Okay, so I just felt like sharing this opinion, sharing this advice, sharing this observation I had with my own kids. Okay, so that anyone that comes across this, you might as well share with a family relation that has been a victim of such. Okay, I also believe it can also go a long way to assist one or two persons out there, even mothers with toddlers, mothers with kids, anyone. It will just help us, because I mean, we learn every single day, right? So it is what it is. It is what it is. So guys, that is basically for this video. I think so, because I've virtually exhausted what I wanted to say, all the things I have to say rather. So yeah, that's it. Hope your day is fine. Hope the day is almost, here in Nigeria, day is to 5. As of now, is to 5. That's 5 minutes to 5. So very soon our daddy will probably be on his way back home, I presume. So yeah, guys, let's just be our brother's keeper. It may not really be our own kids. It may not really be our younger ones. I mean, you can just see, or you are at a far distance, you observed something with a particular kid, the way they are acting towards their parents, or probably maybe when the parents is not aware, you were just observing their movements, their character, their display. And when their parents now, kind of like when their attention now came back to their kids and they're already pretending and faking things, you can as well go to their parents and be like, no, this is your child, I saw him doing this and that. They'll definitely know how to get the child to speak up, and then also they'll appreciate you, they'll be happy. You never can tell what the situation might be. Okay, you can actually save a soul by doing that. Yeah, that's what I believe. And also, no knowledge is a waste. Even if you are not yet married, later on you can still get married if you desire to marry. Okay, and it will also help you as a parent. Hi, you are flogging me at this girl. So guys, that's it. Like, children every single day, they're just exhibiting new behaviors. And of course, I will not fail to always bring those observations I notice with my own kids down to play to you guys here. Okay, because I believe that as a stay-at-home mom, I even those living around me, I don't even know all of them. I don't know all of them. So me kind of like spreading my webs far and wide. I feel that YouTube is the medium I can actually use to, spread out this information. Okay, and yeah, so I'm so grateful also for my audience, those that are actually listening to me, starting from the beginning of this live. Okay, and also those that joined in while we are already on live. I hope I did not waste your time. I hope I was able to give out one or two things that was reasonable. Chidi, stop. Give me. You are shifty. Give me. Hey. The same acting up, the same drama I'm talking of. You guys need to see my daughter acting up. Give it to me. Remove your hand. Chidi, I said remove your hand. Oh yeah, take. That acting up I'm talking of. My number 3. You are flogging me. Eh? You small girl, you are beating me. Hey, 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 it's well. God will help us. God will help us. Just imagine when your younger sibling or your child just brought lift something and whee on your head, and the thing really really pained you. You've squeezed your mouth, you squeeze your teeth, you've bear the pain like aye. As in, it's just remaining for you to do ooah on that child's face. Like, what will you do? God will help us. God will really, really help us. I just can't forget the day that my small baby, this is my baby number 2, just raised her hand. As small as she is, some people will be like, his baby's hands painful. Anyways, that's when they have not slapped you when you are not aware. She just rose her hand on my husband's face. Wait! The dad was like, Jesus! When he finally realized himself, looking at his child that beat him like that, you never can tell if she willingly did that, or she just, let me just kind of like, I'm tapping my daddy, sort of. He just looked. Sincerely speaking, my kids once in a while do that to their dad, who is my husband. And most times my husband do react to their beatings. I'm telling you the simple truth. He do react. That's why you just need to say, my wife, I love you, God bless you. Because mothers, what they bear, how they resist themselves from always beating children, it takes a lot from them. Just imagine something that have led me to, most times, my toddler in particular, I'll just be like, you want to give me high blood pressure? God forbid, it's not for me. I was just too moved and forced to start saying it out like that. Children, consciously, unconsciously, they'll be exhibiting habits, characters, attitudes that we never can ever imagine that they will ever for once think of. So that's it. That's why we just need to take our time with them, not be too harsh on them, but be or should I say, be extra vigilant with them, because once they are acting up and they notice that you are not reacting to it, they'll continuously be acting up as long as it saves them from a lot of things. They'll continuously be acting up because they see it as a safe avenue for them to be naughty. Yes, they see it as a safe avenue that if they display, that nobody dares to touch them, nobody dares to beat them. Okay, so that's why it's also very very important for us to observe and take note of our kids or our younger ones. What is it? Pick it up. I'm not picking it up for you. Pick it up by yourself. She will throw something on the floor. She asked me to. She will look at me and ask me to. You have picked it up. Good girl. Thanks. Thanks. You just gave it to me and you're collecting it back from me. Give me now. Thanks. Thank you. Human being. You gave someone something, you're still collecting it back. Hey, you're beating me. Me, your mommy. And you're laughing. You're laughing about it. You know when I will beat you my own. Hey guys, thank you for your audience, thank you for your time. Like, I've exhausted the topic to my own satisfaction, okay, as it just came to me. So that's it, guys. How are you all doing? Hope you're fine. Hope your day is ending well, because the day is almost over. Chimdi, stop. See my eyes. Baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark. Oh, shift this side. Come this side. Come this side. I'll go and take it. Go to this side and take it. Go and pick it up. Mama. Go to this side and pick it up now. So I think I should be leaving. So yeah. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. And of course, I also uploaded a video today. It's just like a short video clip where I interviewed my husband on how to know when a stew is dried, as in while you are in the process of frying stew, because it happened that very day that my husband just took over my kitchen, of which I'm using this medium to let you guys know that you people should be anticipating for that particular video, how my husband took over my kitchen. Okay, that video, that's food that was behind the thumbnail is actually my husband that prepared that food. I have to be frank with you guys. From the stew down to the white rice was cooked and prepared by my loving husband. Please go and view that video. It's just like 1 minute video, I think. 1 minute 3 seconds video, so it won't really take much from your data. Okay, just hear his own comments, and also you are free to also say your own comment. If he's correct, then you guys can say he's correct. But if he's not correct, or you have a better option, if he's actually correct in that video, I said there is a video I just dropped today, the interview I held with my husband while he was in the kitchen making that delicious meal you saw on that thumbnail, because he's the one that prepared it. From the stew, is a sauce stew, because he actually added vegetable. From the stew sauce down to the white rice was made by my husband. Okay, so I actually interviewed him, asking him how to know that a stew is dried up. Okay, he just felt like answering the question, and I was even surprised, more like his first appearance, like he willingly wants to appear, and I made video of him, and also him as well giving me a response in the process. Like, God is wonderful. He supports me on this channel though, funny enough, but for some time now he doesn't prefer coming out. I felt that maybe he thinks that he's just more like a woman something, a lady something, girl something. Okay, and there's no need that I mean, being that I'm the one that opened the channel, there's no need for him to come into it. Okay, but surprisingly, when he was now cooking the food, I was like, yeah, I'll make video of you today, will you not say no? And he says no problem. I was shocked, so I just had to start making video from wherever I met up with him in the process of cooking the food. Okay, but then regardless of whatever, just anticipate for that video on my channel very soon. Okay, either tomorrow or next tomorrow, but at least just manage that one minute 3 seconds video I uploaded today. Your own opinion is also required. You can air your own opinion by giving your answer on the comment section. But if you think he's actually correct, then you can say that he's correct. Okay, so that sums it all. That rounds it up. All that I have to say, I think I've exhausted. Okay, so yeah, guys, Thank you so much. And I will not continue, I will not fail to continue thanking you guys, I mean to say, for the growth of this channel. Like, we are now 300 subscribers, even though currently as I'm talking to you, we are way up to like 305 subscribers. 305 subscribers currently. I don't know if it has added, but then before I came live, we were at 305 subscribers, and I hope and I pray that it gets bigger and better. You know, let's increase in our family number. It won't be a bad idea, right? Let's have more brothers and sisters that are like-minded as we are. No harm in sharing love, okay? So yeah, we are going higher and higher. Like I will always say, let's make this 400 this time around. We are not in a haste, even though our train is moving, but we are not in a haste. But um, we still want to get there at the appropriate time, okay? Even though we are not in a haste, but that doesn't mean that we should now be slow like a snail. I mean, time is not on anyone's side. So whatever we are doing, we should also be time conscious of every single thing. At least let's see if by God's grace, before the year runs out, if we can celebrate. Let me not say before we become 1 year on YouTube, even though it's possible, if you guys want it to be possible by God on our side. But then let me just give it that. Let's just do it. Let's just try to see between now and before the year runs out if we can actually celebrate that yes, God did it, that we are monetized. Okay, all that will be possible with you guys. So I'm counting on you guys. I'm hoping on you guys that we'll kick it off. And guys, I'll still continue. Hi, this guy is beating me. So you're beating me. Hey, you're beating your mommy. Eh? Hi, my baby is beating her mommy. So guys, I'll also keep on saying, I'm begging you guys, please, if you are watching my videos, try to watch to like 2 minutes, please guys. It's not a big deal for you, I know, if you actually want to do it for me. Although yes, I also owe you guys on bringing out, putting out interesting content that I am aware of. So please, I'm trying my best, of which you guys can attest to it. So please, the only encouragement like you've been doing that you can continue to give me is to increase the watch time hour, the time you spend in each of my videos. It will actually go a long way for this channel and its growth. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much for this my one audience that has been visible to me. So yeah, and again, I don't know if I've told you guys, I don't know if I've told you guys that if you want to chat with me privately, I've made it easy for you. I've dropped my Gmail address in my description, in my channel description. So if you want to private chat me, you can easily move over to that place and copy out my Gmail address, then you can forward your message. But please, while doing that, just tell me that you are from YouTube so that I'll know how to reply or respond to your message. So that will be it. Actually, indirectly, I was just taking my time to see if this thing will get up to 1 hour before I leave. Is it 1 hour that I'll call it? I mean the time that I started. So yeah, that should be it. So I'm counting down. I'll soon be off, guys. Thank you so much for your time once again. Like today I just slept. I don't usually sleep. I slept for the first time during the day because my baby barely sleeps nowadays during the day. She have her own nap in the morning when I'm still busy. During the day when I am now supposed to sleep, she's now awake. But today I slept and I'm still feeling like I want to sleep. But anyways, it is what it is. So that will be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for your audience and your time. See you guys on my next video. Ciao, ciao. Bye. Chidima, you can make noise.